So anyways, I was, 27, out of shape, met her, started in CrossFit, started really digging it. Started like, hey, I think I'm getting a couple bicep veins here and there, this is at 27. So people talk about like, oh, I started lifting at 12 and, because I was getting bullied, this and that. Like, dude, I was so out of shape. I joined the gym for the first time at 27. I'll have to find the images and send them to you guys. But there's a picture of me wearing this like fitted DC shirt that I'd wear all the time because it actually like went around my arms. I'm doing preacher curls, and dude, my arms are no bigger than this arm right here. Like, I am so skinny. I was like 160 pounds at like 6 feet tall at 27 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, I was bad out of shape, but I started really digging the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch Hodge Twins on YouTube. I would watch CT Fletcher. I'd watch all these people that like I've now met, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd get so fired up, and I'd go to the gym, and I'd be like, wow, like, we're going to do this. And I'd get hurt all the time, but I would be like, no, like, PR or ER, like, let's go. And so, like, that's really when stuff started to switch. Because going to the gym, I remember the first day going to the gym, like, after signing up and, like, almost shitting my pants in the parking lot because I was so scared. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, this is dumb. Like, I shouldn't even be here. I did take a pre-workout, which I had no idea, like, even what it really was. And it was like 6 p.m. at night, and here I am taking this hardcore pre-workout. I'm like, whoa, I feel sick, but okay, I'm going to go in here and do this. I just remember being so sore and just being like, oh, man, like, maybe this isn't for me. Like, how is everybody still coming back and getting better? But then you do things the wrong way, and then you figure out how to do them the right way. And so, you start to build on that. But what happened was I started, kind of building my body, and I started putting some wins on the scoreboard, or some points on the scoreboard, because before that I had nothing. And then now I'm like, oh, shit, like I actually benched 185, like I remember being pumped to add a quarter on the bar. I'm like, dude, this is really cool. Like, this sucks, but I've been stuck at, 95 pounds or whatever that is, like with the quarter on the bar.
Yeah.
That's terrible, right? What a terrible feeling to be a grown-ass man, almost 30 years old, getting pinned with, 95 pounds on the bar. But when I did it, I was just like, oh my God, like, this is so cool. And then, 135 and so on and so forth. But that just one decision to start going to the gym helped build the confidence to like, oh, Brandon, do you guys want some photos taken of your gym or whatever? And then, doing stuff like that to really, like I said, my comfort zone was the size of a dime.
Getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. The gym provides little tiny mountains for us to climb each day. It's just a little something that maybe we dedicate an hour of our day to do. And just if you don't do it, like yesterday, I didn't make it. I missed it. And I just hate it. You get to a point where it totally flips, where you're not like, oh, okay, how am I going to get in there? How am I going to do this? How am I going to, I didn't get in. I didn't do it. I hate that so much. I'm going to do 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
It totally shifts.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. And that's such a different perspective from someone like myself. I mean, I'm the example of the person you gave at the beginning. I mean, our dad had us, I was wrestling and rock climbing when I was 6, 7, 8. I started lifting weights when I was 11, 12. So I've kind of always had that as just sort of a backdrop, never as serious as I got when I got out of college, but I was always doing stuff in the gym throughout my whole life. But hearing that had such a profound impact on you as a man, not like as a kid, as a 27-year-old man, to go from, out of shape, divorced, depleted and sad to totally now you've conquered your body, you've conquered your goals professionally, at least a lot of them professionally, and now you've got a marriage that's happy, a wife that's supportive, and your life is entirely in the other direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, it's cliche, but if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I was the kid with bad grades. I was the lazy kid. I was the kid that would smoke weed or whatever, and just
I can't believe your English teacher said that shit to you.
I know,
that
dude,
is so
terrible. Bad. I promise you, I am not making that up either.
Teachers can suck. I mean, if anyone hasn't had a bad teacher, you really haven't experienced one of life's great, because it does suck, because they've got, they get this much power, but it really impacts you at that time in your life. You're an 8th grader. What are you going to do if your teacher tells you you're never going to amount to anything? Well, shit, maybe she's right. I mean, she's at least got a job and some semblance of professionalism. How am I supposed to know if I'm ever going to get to that point?
And she's in a leadership position. It's terrible.
Right, yeah. She's somebody else that's supposed to be more supportive, like almost no matter what. And here she was talking shit. And then on top of that, my counselor also was like, yeah, we got to get you ready for continuation school. And I was like, isn't that where, like, people who like can't graduate go, or people trying to get their GED and stuff. Yeah. That's where you're gonna go. I'm like, well, I still have time? Like, I have a whole nother grade to go. Like, what are you saying? I was like, am I mathematically, can I not get enough good grades to graduate? And he's like, no, you're not completely eliminated, but you're not gonna do it. I was like, huh. Okay. Shit.
Dude, do not send your kids to school in Sacramento.
Do not, especially Woodland, California.
Wow.
Don't go there. So that's the stuff that
okay. So, but I got to know. I mean, what happened at the conclusion of that? I mean, how she told you you're kicked out. You're not going to make. What happened?
Yeah.
How did that all transpire?
I believed them. So instead of what a lot of people that are savages, right, that they'll face adversity, or somebody will say something and they'll be like, I'm going to show you, or they're going to use that as fuel to overcome.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you guys are right, so I'm just going to be a lazy piece of shit and not do anything with my life.
And that sucks.
That is a terrible feeling. And so, like, wanting to never go back to school, having the police show up at my door because they're like, you need to go to school or you're going to get arrested. And like, oh, that really motivates me to go to school. Like, no, come on. Like, there has to be a better way to do this, right? But I believed everyone that had something negative to say about me.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
They can arrest you if you don't go to school?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they come after your parents first, and then they can go after you or something weird like that. But
I didn't know that.
The police officer was in my parents' living room telling me, like, if you don't go to school, you're going to jail. Like, okay, I guess if that's my only option.
What?
It's so dumb. Yeah.
Damn.